All right, good morning from Spit. Expect the unexpected. Boy, the last 12 hours have been nothing short of stressful. You know, when you're traveling, you go through these periods, just like anything in life, I would imagine. You go through these periods where you got to take the good with the bad, or is it the bad with the good, or whatever the hell it is. But when you're traveling, such as I am, and you're so reliant on technology, you're so reliant on your computer. I mean, it can make or break you. If you don't have, God forbid something happened where I didn't have a computer for 5 minutes. No, if I didn't have a computer for a day, so to speak, I'd be in trouble. Not trouble, but it'd be a major inconvenience for me because it's my livelihood. It's my connection with you. Well, not necessarily because I've got my phone, and that's my connection with you. But you know what I mean. So yesterday I did something that would just seem completely harmless. My laptop. I've got it was a rather nice laptop when I bought it a year or two ago, but my laptop is an HP Spectre laptop, and well, you can see it here. I'll show it to you. So this is my laptop. Okay, it's a nice laptop. I can fold it over like this. Usually I'll fold it over like this. I don't like this touchpad. So normally I'll fold it over like this, like a tent, and I'll set it up with the monitor facing me. And then I'll use like an external keyboard. I lug around a keyboard with me, interestingly enough. So I take a keyboard with me and I plug the keyboard in and I'm off to the races. Well, I also like to use one of these. And if you're not using one of these, I mean, this is like the savior of web developers. You go into an internet cafe anywhere around the world, and you see somebody sitting there with one of these. It means they mean business. It means they know what the hell they're doing. This is a trackball. And usually you use this mouse. People will use this mouse. Perhaps you're sitting there using the mouse right now, and you kind of like move the mouse around, and then you got to pick it up and move it back over and move it around and all that kind of crap. Get yourself a trackball. All right, get yourself a trackball. So the way the trackball works, it's ergonomic. It fits in your hand, and you've got your left click and your right click, and then you've got your ball to move the mouse. And boy, I can move that mouse with precision, like a doctor, doing a surgery. I can move that mouse around. Who do we got commenting? We have, hi, how are you today? Nice laptop, and I'm doing fine. But normally you can. You see, when people comment, then I lose my trend of thought. But anyway, so yesterday I was taking the bus. I was taking the bus from Zagreb to here to Split, and in doing so, I decided that I wanted to sit on the bus and do some work. Well, this laptop only has one USB port, where you plug the port in. So the mouse comes with this little device here. You've all seen it. The mouse comes with this device. And I also have a keyboard. And the keyboard comes with this device. USB. Well, my laptop only has one USB port. So you have to buy one of these devices. And this device allows you to plug in multiple USBs, such as this. Okay? Just like that. So for the last year or whatever, I've been going around with this in my laptop bag, just like this. And for whatever reason, yesterday on the bus, I decided that for room, because I had just had a little work table on the bus, for room, for the sake of room, I thought I'm not going to use the keyboard today, so I'm going to just unplug this and plug this in to the laptop. Everything was fine. Everything was fine until I got to the hotel last night. And then I wanted to use the keyboard and the mouse, so I plugged this back into this and plugged this into the computer. And that's when all hell broke loose. Because now, whenever I open up something in my computer, like Windows or something, it scrolls automatically. You know, I'll be trying to do some code or something like that, some programming, and you know the thing will just start scrolling all, you know, crazy. It goes crazy on me, and so anyway, it's a nightmare because I can't work. Well, I can work, but not very efficiently, and you know, as far as not using the mouse. I could not use the mouse perhaps, but then I'm left with this real shitty touchpad on this laptop. But anyway, I'm probably telling you more than you need to know or that you want to know. But the long and short of it is that I've just been dealing with this damn problem now for the past you know, for the past few hours. I woke up about 2 hours ago, and I got on the live chat with Microsoft. And nice enough person chatting, but you know, chatting is always a challenge when it comes to getting technical support. But you know what? It's times like this when you're traveling, it's times like this when you're on the road, that you just wish. It's times like this that you were on the road that you just kind of wish that you were home. You know, you find yourself wishing that you were home. And you could say, screw it, I'm going to run down and get help from the Geek Squad over at Best Buy or something like that. But you can't do that. I mean, you're half the world away from your home. And even if you wanted to be home, my God, the effort to get home would be incredible. You know, I'd have to, I don't know, if I wanted to get home right now, if I wanted to get home ASAP, I guess if you have the money, you could get home ASAP. I'd have to go down to the airport and catch a flight from Split to Zagreb, I think, or maybe just book a flight home from Split. Probably cost me a fortune. But anyway, those are some of the woes of traveling. You know, the other thing. This room is comfortable. I mean, for $35 a night or something like that, you know, how can you beat it? You know, you wouldn't even get a Super 8 or a Motel 6 back in the States for $35 a night. Well, you might in some places, but you're not going to get you're not going to get anything even close to this place. You see, you're not going to get anything close to this place for $35 a night. Back in the United States, but so I can't really complain. But you know, there's a huge difference when you're traveling. There's a huge difference between renting renting an apartment, a house or a condo or a lakash, whatever you want to call it, renting an apartment or renting a room. You know, there's a big difference. You know, here it feels like you're living out of a hotel or something like that when you've just got the one room. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's not all that bad, but anyway, it sure would beat the comforts of it sure would be nice to have the comforts of a home. But last night I ventured out into Split. It was a rather cool evening. overcast. It was a rather cool evening, overcast. And hi there, Tom. It's a Windows 10 laptop. Yes, it is a Windows 10 laptop. But last night I ventured out into Split. I should say I pulled into Split yesterday. And you know what? I'm not going to say it was a disappointment. I mean, it was pretty much what I expected. Split is a port city. And as I was watching a Rick Steves video, Split could support itself with or without tourism. It's a big, it's about 200,000 people, and it's not. I don't think it's as big as Zagreb, but you pull in, and you pull into Split on the road, and you're going past all these suburbs and or not suburbs, but housing projects and what have you. And it's not the prettiest of places. Let me tell you, it's not really the prettiest of places. And then you get down to where the old town is, and you've got the palace. You've got the palace. And the palace I've yet to fully explore, but the palace it's like a Roman ruin. It's a Roman is the way of your living. Your childish dreams have come true. Yes, my childish dreams have come true. But but the but the palace, I think it's a Roman. I think it's it was a Roman emperor's palace or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, so last night I mean that's it. I mean as far as Split goes, and I could be completely naive, but as far as the tourism and everything and the attraction of Split, it's this palace. It's massive palace, which is only a 5-minute walk out my door, down the street. But you walk into this palace. It's a big rectangle or big square, if you will, and massive. And you walk in there, and it's just overwhelming. It's just all these little streets going in different directions, and they've got little shops and restaurants and what have you. Very very touristy, very touristy. And I can't imagine staying here all that long. For me, I'm here for 5 nights, and I'm going to be sitting right here doing my work if I can fix this computer problem. But 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 uh, but for Split, it's just it's probably one of those places that I could, at the end of the day, I can take or leave. They've got this weird museum here. It's a frog museum. Go online and type in frog museum Split. And they have over 500 frogs that they stuffed. And they posed them in little, like human-like situations or whatever. And kind of a bizarre situation. I have a friend back in the States that's petrified of frogs. And I sent her an email, or I sent her a text with a picture of the front of this museum. And I'm going to go in there and do a video. I'll go in and walk through and do one of my walk and talk videos through the Froggy Museum here in Split, and do it in 4K. That should be interesting. But anyway, the Stella Castro, you feel sorry to hear what? But and if you feel sorry to hear that I'm not that excited about Split, that's okay. And granted, I mean, my experience with Split so far has been a bus stop, this little one-room apartment, and walking through the city in the evening time with overcast skies and what have you. So that all may change here shortly when I go for a walk down along the promenade and what have you. So the verdict is. Yeah, I uninstalled my Oz. You're just Mr. Tech Guy, aren't you? I uninstalled the driver. I completely uninstalled it and all that stuff, and I'm waiting to stick it back in. I'm hoping when I stick it back in, it will update or something like that, and install a new driver device or something. I don't know. But anyway, so now, you know, now my focus turns, here it is Monday, but my focus turns toward the end of the week insofar as, you know, what's next on my trip. And you know, I've been talking about going over to Vis Island. And, you know, at the moment, that's the plan. But there's also, do for work, I've always wondered, I'm assuming something that involves you traveling a lot. Matthew, I don't, I design websites. I design websites. I have a turnkey website solution. It has nothing to do with traveling. Traveling is just a hobby of mine. I just travel because I like to travel, and my job is such that I can take it with me. So I design websites. That's what I do. Okay, if you want to see one of my websites, go to abcautocare.com, and you'll see the website. But I'm a web developer. But insofar as going to Vis and insofar as going to Vis, I hope this connection is good because I'm using the Wi-Fi here. Both, but as far as the oh my goodness, everybody, Paul, 1963. Who is this? Paul Lake? Would that be the one and only Paul Lake? But so somebody just joined the chat named Paul, and if I'm not mistaken, that might be Paul Lake, who is who happens to be my client from Stowe, Ohio. But anyway, so as far as the hopefully it will be nicer. It's Vis, I think. But anyway, I don't know. You know, I don't know what. New subscriber from Atlanta. Oh, okay. So I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, part of me wants to. There's another part of me that just wants to go back to Budapest. You know, there's a part of me that on Friday, you know, catch the bus, the 5-hour ride, which was rather pleasant. Catch the 5-hour bus ride up to Zagreb, and then in the morning, and then catch an afternoon train, and be back having goulash levish on the Duna, in the Duna in Budapest, and just go back there. I mean, it's all about, you know, it's all about stability for me. When I'm traveling, you know, I like to have. Moving around is all well and good, but I like to have a little bit of stability. I like to have, you know, not to be racing all over the place and what have you, because I like to, when I'm racing all over the place and moving around and all that kind of stuff, it's harder to be productive. And so for me, I look for stability, and the thought of, you know, if I went back to Budapest after Split, it would be November 1st. And I could rent a nice place there for the better part of a month and just be put, you know, for a month. But anyway, I was telling Oz Down Under yesterday that I met a lady in Budapest, and she's a psychologist. And I was telling Oz, that's exactly what I need. You know, I need to be dating a psychologist, you know, to help me out with all my problems. But no. Anyway, that's one of those we will see situations. But anyway, so right now, you know, I've been kind of procrastinating because I rebooted my computer, and I'm going to stick this thing in. Now, if I uninstalled the driver for this thing, Oz, you know, let's see here. All right, so if I uninstalled this driver, maybe I can just kind of turn this, falling under more than you need to see, okay? So, or need to know or want to know. So if I were to take this now and plug this in, I uninstalled the drivers. So if I plug this back in, it should say that Windows detected a new device, and it's installing the drivers. One would so think. So let's plug this in and let's see what happens. Isn't this exciting? Live YouTube TV. Let's see. Let's see if it says installing a new device. Okay. It says setting up a device. We're setting up Logitech controller device. Device is ready. Okay. Now let's see if I get the same problem I was having. So what would happen is I would go here and click on this, and when I would mouse over those little icons on the left, the programs, it would automatically scroll down. Let's see if that happens. I'm going to hope and pray that it doesn't. Well, so far, so good. You see that? That's what's happening. It scrolls down by itself. You see? So now when I take this and I want to scroll back up, watch, you see? I can't. Any of you tech guys out there know how to fix this problem? Look at that. You see how annoying that is? It just does it automatically. You know, it's just it's a pain in the ass. It's a nightmare. It's like a nightmare on Elm Street. You see? And then over here, I think it'll do it on this also. If I click on, you see, there it goes. It just scrolls up. Now I scroll up and it scrolls back down. You see that is my computer problem. That's causing me havoc from hell. And then the moment that I unplug, this little one right here, you see that? I unplug that. Come back over here. Okay. And I don't get that problem. You see? I can scroll down. I can stop. You see? Like that. Okay. But boy, you know, you plug this little device back in. You plug this little... this USB thing back in, and there goes the problem. You see, scroll down, scrolls right back up, scroll up, scrolls right back down. Maybe my laptop is haunted. You know, that might be the problem. The laptop might be maybe my laptop is haunted or something like that. But anyway, so that's the update for the day. I'm not in the greatest of moods, but you know, I know that there's people out there that want to know what the hell's going on in my life. Why, I don't know. But anyway, that's the update from Split. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Okay, and take good care. What's the comment? Let's see. Windows 10 fix uncontrollable scrolling on YouTube. Okay, I'll look at that. Windows 10 fix uncontrollable scrolling. I'll look at that, Oz. Thanks so much. I need to run and get to work. Have a great day, everyone.